Welcome to Go Fund Yourself. Watch up-and-coming entrepreneurs step into the spotlight to pitch their businesses to you. This is not ordinary TV. Welcome to interactive TV. Like what you see? Scan the on-screen code with your mobile device to invest in any of these businesses right now, in real time. Like their products? Buy them in real time while you watch the show. Every week, we present new opportunities for you to consider. Every week, you decide whether to help make their dreams come true or tell them to go fund yourself. Now, meet the Titans, accomplished business leaders, visionaries, and experts ready to challenge every claim and every pitch as you analyze these opportunities. Introducing Rory Kataya. Jason Waller. And David Meltzer. This isn't just entertainment. This is opportunity. And you are in control. This is Go Fund Yourself.
Guest Titans Dan Fleischman and Dr. Lynxy Book are here to welcome Sami Nasrullah and Canabix.
Recently, we designed the first Canabix, which is a combination of probiotic and CBD that has a United States patent pending and also has a preclinical research done that is proven to help the diabetic to lower their A1C.
Welcome to Go Fund Yourself.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me. My name is Sami Nasrullah, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called Medicinal Cannabis of America and BNS Holdings. And our company is dedicated to creative products, innovating products combined with medical cannabis. Cannabis is the only product that's ever been made in US, has a United States patent pending. And recently, we have done a preclinical research, and it's proven that it's going to help the individual with diabetes to lower their A1C. We don't use any artificial color, flavor, sugar, but it's safe for anybody we recommend, especially over age of 18, because there is no THC. And we have doctors and scientists that have proven this product. One of the biggest problems US has, we have over 120 million Americans diabetic and pre-diabetic.
This doesn't have THC in it.
Correct.
So you're not going to feel, high from
Exactly.
this. But you mentioned that it's proven to lower A1C. What is the ingredient that's actually doing that?
Combination of probiotic and CBD. As you are familiar, there are 12 different types of cannabis. CBD, CBC, CBN, CBK. So every one of them are designed for a different particle in your body. When you combine the CBD and probiotic together, that's the result you get. So this is not just the products that we're trying to sell and make money, because our company is dedicated, again, to provide products that is going to help people, whether they're diabetic, whether they're looking for something healthy, whether they're struggling with joint, arthritis, sleep apnea, ADD.
This is, what does that say?
That's a lemon cucumber.
Lemon cucumber.
Right.
Okay. Is this for a specific ailment or a specific part of your body that it's going to improve in some capacity, or different flavors? No, they're all the same.
They're all different flavors, but they do the exact same thing. Because as you know, even with other beverages, you might like something with the red color or green color, in different sodas. But the issue that we look and we find out with my team of doctors and scientists, led by internationally known Dr. Babak Baban. So if you get a chance, if you Google Dr. Baban, he is one of the very few in the world, not just US, that has over 130 to 149 theses that he's written that has been printed in Science magazine. So he's my partner. So the products we make, it is not just a beverage. It is designed to help people.
So it tastes really good. Is this something that I would like consume multiple bottles of this in a day, or is it what's the rate of consumption?
What is
here
the
for
best recommendation that I make? You do not drink the CBD like you drink your soda.
That's what I'm asking.
You need to sip them like you drink your wine. So if you individually, or you know somebody that is struggling a lot of pain and joint issue, we recommend minimum 2 a day. Once you get the pain level down, 1 a day is fine. But again, even as an athlete, you can drink 10 of them a day if you want to.
You said THC free, but it says less than 0.3%.
Correct.
Here's my fear.
Correct.
That stuff I mess it up for everybody, right? I get THC in me, we've got a problem, I think the world's coming, aliens are talking to me like it's bad. It's really bad.
Why should this day be any different?
Somebody take his drink.
I'm over here taking a sip and you're like, all right. Then you're like, don't drink it fast, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Dan.
No, but I'm saying you can drink it as fast as you want, but in order to get the result,
Okay.
we recommend you take your time, let it get into your body's
But I
into your
won't feel
system.
funny. I won't have the funny effect. I'll
Absolutely
just
not.
feel better. I like that.
I've already had one in the morning.
But have you done like clinical trials specifically with this product?
We've just done that preclinical research. 28 doctors from around the world did it. So it's printed. I can send you guys the paperwork. Combination of CBD and probiotic has close to 92 different benefits for your body.
Are you going to retail?
Our goal, again, my goal personally, being able to bring these products to the market that everybody can afford to buy it. As you all know, CBD and probiotic, they're not cheap.
But Sam, Dan's asking your distribution strategy here.
This product is not in the market.
Not in the market yet.
Not yet.
Got it, okay.
But we do have enough samples, so in case, for example, you want us to ship a sample to you, we will do that.
How soon can you get this out, to a distributor and start making this?
About 6 weeks to 2 months
Okay,
maximum.
good. Okay.
Are there rules against this for Amazon, other online shippers?
Amazon, unfortunately, yes, there are rules because they want us to change that CBD to just hemp with all the same ingredients. And I'm not willing to do that.
Could you explain the difference between hemp and CBD for the people that are watching? So then what's the problem? Why don't you just do it?
It's just, unfortunately, it's a medical, I hate to say it, pharmaceutical, basically. They want to make it harder and harder for a natural drink to be sold because a lot of other drinks that we know personally, that it doesn't take that much to make a 20-ounce
Wait a minute.
drink.
Hemp and CBD, you say, are the same thing. Amazon says if you change CBD to hemp, they'll sell it.
Exactly.
So then why wouldn't you just do it? Amazon says if you change CBD to hemp, they'll sell it.
Exactly.
So then why wouldn't you just do it?
Be honest with you, we might have to do it. If we have to go to Amazon, I don't mind changing it.
So just to disclose, I'm an advisor to the company, an investor in the company, and the brand itself, Canabix, makes it very hard to get away from CBD.
I think the biggest public perception issue with CBD is that people are under the mistake that you get high from it, that there's THC in it. They don't really understand there's a difference between CBD and THC. And I think that's an important piece of marketing that needs to get out there generally to get more people on board with CBD, because it obviously has benefits.
I'll tell you why that is, at least in my opinion. It's the leaf. The leaf reminds you of marijuana and people getting high.
I think that's actually a good point.
You would, in my opinion, it was more of a health thing. Put a health thing above it or something.
Right. And they're always naming companies like Canabix.
Right, because when you associate with that, you lose the Amazons, you lose the people like me, like, but I've got kids in college. I know they would, if they get high, I'm sure they would drink it.
Naturally at 0.003, or whatever the percentage, that's by law. You can't get all of the THC out of CBD. And so they have to put, but the impact of that is so minimal.
Well, the fact that it's truthful is good, but
yeah,
it's
but
the marijuana
I'm
leaf that
with
makes you think,
I'm agreeing with
scared
you.
to drink it.
And well, you're compounding it with the word Canabix.
There's no question. I think you should really.
Dan's a specialist. He's done this before. What do you
I would
think?
love to have a conversation.
I think if you're going to call it Canabix, there should be THC in it.
And if not, then change the name.
Too, Dan.
You're right. Right.
If this is about medicine, then it should be about medicine. If this is about curing people and it's not about a casual drinking thing, then it should be medical related.
100%. Lacey, what do you think?
If we're going to go the health and wellness route and try to tell people that this is something that can lower their A1C. There's also a pricing consideration here as well that needs to be addressed. How much does this thing cost? What you're trying to claim that it does, you'd have to change the name to align with that.
Well, that's the main reason we want to raise the, because if I go ahead right now, order 1,000 gallon of that, I have to sell it minimum wholesale, minimum $5 a bottle. But if I can order 3,000 gallon, I can sell it for $2.50. That's where we're trying to raise the money to hire manufacturing, distribution, sales and marketing, professional website. That's our goal.
Very good, Sam, very good.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Good
My
job.
pleasure, guys. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully when people see this, go fund yourself, obviously we're hoping to raise the money here. If not, we're going to get these products into the market. So we're not going to quit. But having organization like Go Fund Yourself can help you tremendously to get that thing going forward faster.
How much? What valuation? Can you send me the paperwork? What are you gonna do with the money? Like, I wanna know those things. And he's so passionate about it, I think that's more of the thing. So I think that him hiring CEO, president, et cetera, will help really scale the business.
Totally agree. Lace?
So market timing is great if he can get his numbers right and maybe give a little brand update.
It needs a lot of work on the marketing side, and he doesn't have the numbers yet. So he did his best to talk around the answers, and hopefully he's very open-minded, as you could tell, because I think, like Lynxy, there's a big place in the timing's correct with probiotic plus CBD or plus hemp, but it needs to be rebranded, definitely, in my opinion.
It needs a full and complete rebranding, but that should not take away from the fact that this mix of probiotics and CBD has legitimate, real health benefits, especially in sports. And once he raises a few dollars from this, and hopefully people will scan that QR code and give him the boost that he's going to need, this could be an amazing product. But he's got to change the name, and he's got to think about how people are going to respond to the perception of it.
Crowdfunding expert Will Ford and Rhonda Coates from the Credit Authority radio show are joining our panel of esteemed titans. Let's welcome Leo Adams and Joel Puthoff.
I'm Joel Puthoff. I'm Leo Adams, and we're here today to pitch Lynxy at Go Fund Yourself.
Lynxy exists to bridge us back from the online connection into real, authentic human social connection.
We want to show the world what we've built, and we're excited to scale this product across the country.
Well, hey Titans, my name's Joel.
And I'm Leo.
And we're here to show you a little bit more about Lynxy. Social media has us juggling a lot these days. DMs, group chats, endless notifications. We've got 1,000 ways to connect online, but we've never felt more disconnected.
So who's ready to stop the juggling act and start connecting in real life in full color?
Who's got hands for impact?
Anybody?
Me.
David, Rhonda, Will, Jason does.
Bring it on.
Glory.
Deep row.
Oh, baby.
We know the power is in frequencies, in the light, and in energy. And that's why we built Lynxy, a first of its kind location and event connection platform. We're redefining social tech and live experiences.
Our platform was built to help you step out from behind the screen into real spaces with aligned people, because connection isn't a like or a follow. It's presence, energy, and shared experience.
We give people the power to create their own social DNA using our color connecting system called the Social Link. Uniquely designed, the social interactions you seek to make, the ideas you want to connect with, and the collaborations you desire.
So when you show up to a Lynxy powered space, you don't guess, you don't hope, you check in and go live and immediately unlock a real-time social compass that shows you exactly who's there, who's approachable, and who's aligned. It's situational awareness like never before.
Titans and audience, throughout my career, I've gained a lot of wisdoms in this sales consulting firm that I built, as well as writing a book in human performance. And during that time, I learned the power of human connection and social integration. It truly fuels optimal living and mental well-being. Through this time, I learned that connection is currency. But our world has us divided in all the wrong ways. They have us divided by color, religion, and politics. And that's where we uncovered this untapped white space. And this is where Linxy installed a new lens, one where we help people see each other for the ideas they have, the interests they're interested in, and the collaborations that they can connect on.
So you might be asking, that's great, but how does Lynxy make money? Lynxy monetizes with our B2B SaaS engine called the Creator Dashboard, tapping into this growing creator economy. For event hosts, it's a way for them to manage their events, drive engagement, and understand their audience with real-time data-powered insights. And for locations like sporting arenas, co-working spaces, apartment complexes, bars, and other hospitality and entertainment venues, it helps them activate and manage their locations, as well as build and cultivate loyal communities. Both run on a subscription model, and we're also capturing transaction fees through ticketing and premium experiences.
This team is on a mission to connect 100 million people profoundly.
And with your investment, audience, and Titans, we can scale Lynxy across our launch cities, expand into new markets, and evolve our connection platform.
We're live on WeFunder right now for the next week only. This is a cultural shift, and we're here to deliver it with Lynxy.
Okay, so let me tell you what I love, and let me tell you what I hate, okay?
You hate something?
I hate something.
That's so rare. Okay, go
What
ahead.
I hate is the insane divisiveness that has consumed our country. That's what I hate.
Amen to that.
Okay? What I love is that you guys have created a platform that brings people together, okay? Now, I've downloaded the app, I've been playing with it. I don't think anything that the app does that is so compelling really came out in your pitch. And before you guys get off that stage, you're going to explain exactly how Lynxy works and how it brings people together, because that did not come across. Did anybody get that?
No.
There's a whole bunch of information. We're gonna elicit that out of you before you leave the
Definitely.
stage.
One of the biggest data points that was out in the marketplace was when attendees go to these events, they want to make connections. Yes, they like listen to panels, they like listen to keynote speakers, but the number one thing that they wanted was interaction and more networking experiences. But really, that's where people feel powerless. They're like, who do I talk to? We live in this physical world, when in reality, like, we share so many similarities, but no product is really pulling that out in real-time engagements.
How does your application do that?
Everybody designs their own interactions. So with our color connecting system, there's different categories: adventure, professional, cultural, and curiosities. You design the interactions you want.
You select words based off of these 4 colored categories, and we call it the social links. The links, and we've done deep research on these connectors, these human connectors, and what people want to connect with other humans on, and we baked that into this social links color connecting system.
And once you get to the location, it says, hey, you were at this location. So you check in, go live, and it tells me what other energies and ideas and interest and collaboration desires people have around you. You see a picture of them, and you see a Lynxy score to show you how strong your connection is.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That's what's interesting about this. So I've gone to an event. It's a Lynxy space, I think, as you guys referred to it. Now, one of the things I picked was biohacking, just as an example. And I'll show up in an event, and it's going to tell me who's there that shares that interest. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, the emotional connection makes it different, not just I'm a lawyer, I have a business of this,
It
I'm a
cuts
CEO.
through all that small talk.
Roy's so dynamic, for example, but if you saw him at an event, you'd be like, oh, he's the CEO of a NASDAQ company. Like that doesn't mean, excuse my language, to me. Like I want to know that he's an alien file and he has extremely curious behavior or something like that.
For the audience, for the investors, what are some of the things that you're allowing people to like or interest in the buckets?
Yeah, our 4 categories are adventure, professional, cultural, and curiosity. So some people want to connect cerebrally, some people only want to make professional connections, some are trying to connect culturally through language, other people want to do adventures with other people. So imagine you speak French, Jason, and
That's it, imagine.
and you are like at an event with 5,000 people. How do you find the best 50 connections at that location? You can choose the exact conversations, topics you want. And depending on how big and strong me and yours connection is, we're gonna have either a Lynxy score of 0 all the way up to 35. And it shows you like the power of you guys choosing the same interest to kind of show like what frequency that you're on together.
That's what I needed the listeners, the viewers to see.
Jason, I apologize, you do speak French. Every time you go to the bathroom, I hear you say,
Oui, oui, yeah. Hey, is this French?
That's numerical.
Okay,
layer.
just check it.
That's this is my number.
The world language, right? Telling you you're number one.
Could we double click on that just to make sure it's like really clear? Because there's the 4 categories that Joel's mentioned here, but there's hundreds of words that are the ideas and interests that people want to connect on within these buckets.
So I've been to events before where, as part of your ticketing process when you're checking out, it will ask you to download the app. Are you doing anything that will require them to download your app as part of the overall experience?
It's part of what we enable our creators with and our business owners is we're putting up graphics within their location, table tents, but also our event leaders are saying, hey, download Lynxy before this event to maximize your experience.
So let me just see if I could just sort of condense. Yeah, I own a brewery. I don't, but if I did, okay.
Be sure.
Yeah, I should. if I owned a brewery, just as an example, and what I want to do is I want to attract customers. I want to create a social environment that attracts people. So I'm going to encourage the people that are coming into my establishment to download Lynxy, right? Why? Because, well, first of all, I'll have some my ads running there that I'll pay you on. But when people get there, the ability to meet one another, for my patrons to interact with one another and have a more meaningful experience in my establishment is enhanced by virtue of encouraging my patrons to use this application. That is the sort of the thesis of your business model. Is that correct?
Yeah, we strip away that invisible barrier that holds people back from making new engagement. People don't want to go through all the small talk. Certainly you can meet somebody, but are you meeting the best connections while you're at that space? But to answer further, what we're doing for the business owners in the next 6 months, so we're giving them the ability to customize the connection experience with our Lynxy Gold feature, which they can build their own gold links for their location, and then they can build out these perks and offerings for people checking in. And we might be able to offer you a Lynxy coin and other perks that we're dialing up collaboration.
So Rory, you might have a new beer that you're launching next week at your brewery. You might say, for everybody that checks in on Lynxy, we'll offer you a free beer, your first beer free. And so now you have an offering and a perk that you can share, but you're encouraging people to use the application to connect there at the event. And you're actually then going to be able to be powered with real-time data insights about your audience and your
love
customers.
It. I think that's great. Or for people who've made a connection at my establishment, buy them a drink or whatever it is you're going to give them some perk. Guys, great job. You've got something really interesting. People at home watching this, scan that code if this is something that you want to participate in. I think this has got enormous upside. Congratulations.
We appreciate it, Titans. Thanks, guys. It was just so cool to be up there and interact with them and tell our story.
I'm really feeling so grateful. I know Joel and I have put so much work into building Lynxy, and it was just such an amazing experience to be with the Titans and talking with them and explaining the power of what we've built.
Yeah, this opportunity means a lot for us. We haven't marketed yet. We haven't really put ourselves out there. We've really been building we're ready to show the world what we've built. Yeah, what an experience this was. We're proud. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'm a speaker and author, entrepreneur, chairman of Napoleon Hill Institute, and one of my missions is to fund companies and allow people that never have been able to participate in that funding process to have the exposure to the deals that only the wealthy have ever had. And because of the Jobs Act and because of Go Fund Yourself, we now have an opportunity to go fund you. My name is David Meltzer, and go fund yourself.